playing Fortnite on Mac? Here are some important things you need to know if you're a new Mac Fortnite player or have been one for a while. Your Mac should be running the latest macOS operating system, which is High Sierra. This might be obvious to some, but you'd be surprised to see how many times this fixed Fortnite issues on Mac. Fortnite isn't perfectly optimized for Mac, especially when it comes to playing the game on older models. The game only works on Macs from 2012 and up, as they support Apple's graphics API Metal. I'll talk more about Metal in just a second. There is no way to play the game on earlier models. It's worth noting that if you have a Mac Mini, a MacBook Air, a standard MacBook, or a 13-inch MacBook Pro, they will struggle to run the game smoothly, if at all. That only leaves the 4K and 5K iMacs and the 15-inch MacBook Pros with a dedicated graphics chipset. Those are the most viable Macs to play Fortnite on. The game basically loves dedicated graphics cards rather than integrated ones when you're playing it on a Mac. If you have an older Mac or one that has low specs, I would suggest playing Fortnite on GeForce Now, a cloud streaming service, a gaming console, or Windows PC for a smoother experience. Your Mac must support Metal to play Fortnite. If you see this message OpenGL not supported, then I'm sorry, your Mac can't play Fortnite. But what is this Metal thing I always mention? Well, Metal comes included in macOS Sierra or High Sierra and doesn't need to be downloaded. It's supported on Macs from 2012 and up, as you can see on screen now. Metal, in a nutshell, is a set of tools that Apple's third-party developers can use for 3D rendering. It allows for near direct access to the GPU, otherwise known as the Graphics Processing Unit. When you're in a Battle Royale game, you should expect quite a bit of lag when exiting the battle bus. Now, this isn't just a Mac issue, I've even faced this on PlayStation 4, but it appears to be somewhat worse on Mac. A lot of the times it could be because you have slow internet speeds or because so many people are in your server all jumping out the bus at the same time. This is more of a tip when playing Fortnite on your Mac. I would suggest ditching your Apple mouse and keyboard and instead invest in a proper gaming mouse and keyboard or even a controller. I use the Razer Mamba wireless gaming mouse and the Habit HV-KB380L semi-mechanical gaming keyboard, and sometimes I use a PS4 controller, but there are many other options out there. While we're on the topic of gaming accessories, Fortnite for Mac is better played with a headset or headphones. It'll help with hearing players coming, gunshot sounds, or hearing chests. It's an obvious tip, but a useful one. Don't use Fortnite's automatic graphic settings when you first launch Fortnite. I found that Fortnite likes to use your screen's max resolution, which can lead to low FPS. So go into settings and choose full screen mode and then a lower resolution such as 1280 by 720, or if your Mac doesn't support this, use 1280 by 800 or 1344 by 756 or 1600 by 900. Plus, while we're here, turn the FPS limit to unlimited, choose a 3D resolution that you are comfortable with. I'm gonna go with 80%, but if you have an older Mac, go with something lower, or if you have a newer Mac, go with something a little higher. Put all settings to medium or low depending on the age of your Mac, and turn VSYNC off and leave motion blur on. Fortnite crashes like crazy on older Macs, so how can you avoid this? To be honest, there is not much you can do to avoid this, but you can try opening the game via another method. To do this, go to the Finder icon, right-click it, and then click Go to Folder. Paste in the following directory, which you can find in the description, and hit Go. From here, open the Epic Games Launcher Mac shipping file. This will launch the Epic Games Launcher. Try to open Fortnite now. You might just discover that this opens Fortnite correctly. It may not work at all, but it's worth a go. You can edit Fortnite's in-game file settings to increase your overall FPS. I made a whole episode about this, so I would advise watching that after this video ends, since it can help to dramatically increase FPS in Fortnite for Mac. As many of you already know, Fortnite is in early access still. This means the game is currently not fully optimized for Mac. By the time the game fully releases, you should expect it to be better supported on Mac. At least that's the case. I hope. I have faith in you, Epic Games. I have faith. And that's it. A few things I wanted to clear up regarding Fortnite for macOS. Let me know which Mac model are you playing Fortnite on, and how is it performing for you? Anyway, I'll talk to you later. Thanks, guys.